What is going on, everybody? Back at it again with some more Beyond Dragon Ball Super. You know what I'm saying? Return of the Fallen Gods. You feel me? My nigga Bear still on this training arc. I love to see it. You know, he teased a new power. You know, some new form. Gohan too, low key. That fucking Lord have mercy, looking like Zycor. You feel me? He teased that shit, but now he gonna get Gardox. Gohan. Dig deep, big bro. Need you to dig deep, big. Feel me? This man disrespected you too many times, but nigga came to your planet. You know what I'm saying? Just accusing you of bullshit for no reason. Talking about you one of the embarrassing niggas. You have not stepped foot on that nigga planet not one time in your entire life. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Call you a liar and whatnot. You feel me? Kidnap your daughter. You know what I'm saying? Force you to follow his ass to his universe. You didn't want to. You don't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? Putting you through some unwanted trials. Like, nigga, I'm on my daughter. You know, talking out the mouth, man. Gohan, the list goes on and on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just beat that goblin, gremlin, troll looking ass nigga up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Make him respect you. On me. But anyway, hit the video up what I like, man. My brain turned off. My brain just turned off. Hit the video up what I like, man. Comment down below, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Or 3K, so you're not subscribe. Hit the bell. Probably on Patreon, Twitch, and the game channels. Link in the description down below. You feel me? I'm having fun with Sparking Zero. Oh my god, bro. I love that game. I love it. Got a few little small issues, you know what I'm saying, that could easily be fixed, but shit. Overall, I love that game. On me. Subscribe to Alex. Get bro to 2 million. You feel me? Yeah, feel me. You know what I'm saying? And hit the like button, W ratio. Anyway, dive on it. That's so low in my ear. Once and not loud.
As our story now continues back within Universe 15, with Universe 15's God
of
Destruction Gardox shown having to stand following the initial events of having to knock Piccolo down, as it was only with Gardox now having to redirect his focus right back towards Gohan was when Gardox then went on to respond, "You don't seem to be doing
Oh yeah, he like with some damn fairy dust, bro.
Trouble keeping your eyes open over there? Yes, I bet you are. But your helplessness within the moment has opened up a whole new world of possibilities for me, many of which I haven't even went and used in a very long time," Gardox continues, "and so you should feel honored because it's not very often where an enemy of mine forces my hand like this. But let it be known that your stubbornness has a price, Gohan, and I am now here to collect what you owe. Now you may not know this,
nigga, I don't even know you. What you talking about?
Just waiting for you.
What you mean?
Weapons and objects that I almost went and nearly forgot about," Gardox continues, "but since you reminded me of them just now, I am extremely eager to go and use them. For you have now given me the perfect excuse to delve back into the darkest corners of my power.
Hit my nigga
with
pixie dust and shit.
You wish you had never crossed paths with me when you did, mortal. And so now
you came to my universe. See, this nigga talking out the mouth right now, man. Gohan.
Allow me to go and introduce you to my many bag of
when you did crash out on this nigga, how you crash out against Lucius. You feel me?
Now becomes more of a question of what will I draw out of this bag rather than how I will be shown using them, and I can't wait. Ouch, it burns. And just where the hell did he go and get that destroyer magic from if I was already hot on his tail? Gohan questions. Oh, he more than likely has the ability to just spawn it whenever he chooses if it didn't come from that so-called bag of his.
Life hack.
Blinding me as a way of keeping me from turning your lights off isn't going
That's
to
what I'm saying.
last very long, and you know that it won't, Gohan shouts, because one way or another,
shit, is he putting a puppet on
you? With Gardox responding, yeah, we'll see about that one, but in the meantime, would you look at what we have over here?
I can't see, nigga, you blinded me.
Pinger here since before the days where this universe and I were erased. But boy, oh boy,
Jesus
does
Christ.
this little item here bring back so many memories.
What is he doing? Like, he's probably
which
some voodoo
you are
shit?
about to go and become one of them, Saiyan. Now let's just see if I can remember on how to use this thing the way it's intended, because you'll be the first mortal that I went and tried this on, since of course being revived, and so... yes, now I remember. So now let's go on ahead and just try this. Yes, just like that. And
What are you
so
about to
now
do?
there we are now. You know, it'd be a shame if you suddenly started attacking yourself from out of nowhere while blinded by me, Gohan.
Nigga putting a puppet
Or it
man,
wouldn't
bro.
be the best call to make, but I'm rather curious to see on just how badly you hurt yourself in the process of doing it. And so now let's just find out and see what the outcome will be. Gardox went on to then jingle his puppet
Nigga,
finger.
just fight like a real nigga.
Oh, now that's what you call a really scary looking
Ooh.
punch there. Gardox went on to
Oh,
respond.
my
But you really
God.
shouldn't go and beat yourself down like this, mortal. Gardox continues upon having Gohan
the
punch
face,
himself in the face.
in the
I'm the one that
sternum.
you said that you'd be going after, and so why are you starting to attack yourself when you should be attacking me? Whoa, and there you did it again, and again, and again.
You some
Isn't it just
bitch.
bizarre, Saiyan? Did I happen to hit you a little harder than you're typically used to, that you forgot about who your real enemy is here, or what? Because if this continues to go the way it does, then you'll end up destroying yourself long before I'd even get the chance to do it myself. But what do you think, Gardox questions? Is it hard to tell on which way this will go, mortal? Or should I continue to remind you of the dangers that you are facing? With Gohan responding, you think that by trying to use my own body as a weapon against me, that it'll somehow stop me from achieving my objective, Destroyer? Because it won't. And so now go ahead and just go and pull whatever you want out of that bag of tricks that you have there, because none of it will help
This
you,
day
God of
forward, bro. I'm gonna call this
Destruction.
nigga
None of it
bitch.
will help you, you hear me?
Yeah,
And there's
bitch.
nothing that's going to stand in my
Forget
way,
Lord.
tearing you
Lord
apart
the bitch,
from the
actually.
nightmares that
Lord
you
the
have went
bitch.
and put me and my friends and family through. We are not your puppets in this
I would definitely
sick and
get
twisted
under his
game
skin.
of yours, Destroyer. For I will not go down to you like this, you monster. With Gardox responding,
Yeah.
wait, you can still move on your own and open your eyes despite them burning? Well, this is a bit of a surprise to see, but if you truly think that I care about the things that I went and put your friends and family through, then guess what?
I don't care.
You have another thing coming if you honestly expect for me to care about whether any of them live or die, and that includes you. However, our game is not quite done. Gardox went on to freeze Gohan in place by responding.
Sense. That makes sense. Makes total sense.
And so why don't you just hang on tight where you are so that I may go and remind you of your place, mortal. Oh, you won't win. I will never let you win because I can't. But Gardox
Man,
did
dig
not
deep,
care,
bro. I don't
because
need to
despite
crash
Gohan
out,
being
bro.
shown held in place as Gardox went about by attacking Gohan from all angles was when Gardox then went on to
Ooh.
respond. You mortals in the 7th universe are quite the bunch, but I can see as to where you get it from. Because the pride that I see reflecting from your very soul is the same kind of stubbornness that Beerus usually displays. Boastful and arrogant, selfish and reckless. These are all the same reflections that I see coming from you, Gohan, but at least you can take a punch. But for your sake, Gardox continues upon Gohan being shown screaming in agony. I hope that this mortal body of yours can
bro,
continue
from
to take
all
a lot more
fucking
punches,
over the place, bro.
because you're going to need all the strength that you can
Gohan,
possibly
explosive
scrape from the
wave.
bottom of that barrel body of yours if you do,
Get him off you.
Gohan. Well, even though Lord Gardox appears to be the one who is in complete control of this battle, Angel Vodka went on to then chime in, and I still don't like how he continues to push that Saiyan further into reaching his breaking points, and especially after seeing what we had seen earlier come from him. But I
That's
guess
what I'm
the only way
saying.
that this will end is
Dumbass.
if Lord Gardox says that it will, with Pan having to then chime in. No, please hang on, Papa. Please make it stop. Mr.
Aw.
Angel, please tell Mr. Green to stop hurting my father. And I don't want to see my my papa in this much pain, and so please tell me that he will be okay, Mr. Angel. Please tell me that my papa will be alright and that nothing bad is going to happen. With Angel Vodka responding, well, I'll honestly say that even though I didn't foresee myself having to watch over a child, let alone one that isn't even from this universe,
that's what I'm saying.
I will say, however, that your father will be just fine if he is able to play his cards right in this battle, little one. Your father may appear broken and beaten down there, but is he, Vodka questions? Because I think not, for so as long as he maintains the strength within his heart to fight for your liberation, then he will not falter so easily in battle, unless of course Lord Gardox chooses to go and put an end to him by erasing your father. But for that to even go as far as to happen, we will have to wait and see if it reaches that point, as Gardox went on to approach Gohan's body.
Damn, right. Gohan, bro. Come on, bro. Because somebody reminded me, I forgot that he fought against Lord Reno too, and I forgot that happened, bro. I try to burn that out of my memory banks, because Reno, damn. This is before my nigga got his beast form. You feel me? Reno, we got to spin the block on you too, bitch. Oh my god, he impaled my nigga with oh, I forgot that happened. Oh my god. I take that back. This is the second God destruction he fought. But damn. Gohan, come on, bro. You can't be 0 for 2 for these niggas, bro. They disrespecting you, bro.
By then responding, still alive, I see. Well, you're certainly a persistent little creature, now are you? You and your little hopes and your dreams and your aspirations of being able to get your daughter back, it's annoying to say the least. And more importantly, it isn't going to happen, and not while she has a friend in me, she isn't. And that's because your daughter isn't going to need you. Now
keep
go
playing.
on, stand back up if you think that you can, and let's have another go. Oh, come on. Don't tell me that you're all out of gas, Gardox.
Keep playing.
Hold on there a minute. Now, just where exactly do you think you're going, pal? Crawling towards your daughter's direction in hopes of reaching her, huh? Our battle isn't over, silly. So where do you think you're going?
Damn, bro, that leg went all the way up.
Far from done
God,
here.
damn.
Because since I can see that you're still crawling around down there, that means that there is still more fun that I can go and extract out of you before putting you out of your misery. And that means that so as long as you're still crawling around and breathing down there, Gardox went on to step forward in front of Gohan by responding, then our little game will only continue to be played. And so what do you think about that? With Gohan responding, I think that you're not as tough as you want to make yourself out to be, cause you can't keep me down.
Yeah, Lord bitch.
Buddy, because I'm only keeping you around long enough so that I can get as much amusement out of Beerus's finest that I possibly can before I go and destroy you. And since you're perceived as one of Universe 7's strongest, Gardox continues, I want to go and make this as clear as I can, and that is that I am here to shatter that illusion and prove to Beerus that his universe is and always was filled with nothing more than weaklings and fools.
He hating.
The best that Beerus has to offer will crumble, and with you, this false sense of security that your universe clings on to will crumble right along with you.
He
so
hating,
maybe
bro.
You did get lucky when you managed to somehow make it past my first 2 challenges, Gardox continues, but now that you can start to see that this is something that's way out of your league, perhaps now you can understand
a ton of power now, though? That's gonna be, what, 18 universes? No, 20 universes. Oh my god.
Now get it through your head. Phew. Well, I will say that
you gonna sit on my
planet sure has me breaking out in a sweat over here, as I really didn't think that you'd hold out for this long.
He gonna sit on my nigga?
I should change my plans.
Gohan, get
So now, how about we go and take a minute to look back inside of my bag here and see what we can find for us to use, shall we? And as I promised that it'll only take a second, and I can't wait to see what we end up getting. Oh, I can only
this
imagine
motherfucker, bro.
so many weapons to choose from, but so
this
little
nigga.
time. But I'll make sure to go out of my way
Gohan.
and make the most of every every second
brought
that
out
you
the
and
blick?
I spend together, Gohan. And so now let's see what we can go and pull out of this
Is that a
bag
blick?
here.
Oh no,
With Gohan being
a
shown
hammer?
sitting on up and then responding. What is he looking for in that bag of his again?
Oh, it's a hammer. Okay.
Well,
I thought he brought the blick, bro.
Throw him off his game before he goes and tries to use another one of his weapons against me. As Gardox
Too late.
on to respond. Now this is what I'm talking about.
You about to
Just
bash your
look
shit in,
at
bro.
it, would you? I can't remember the last time that I went and used this big boy in battle before. But would you just look at it, saying, my goblin's mallet in
Puppet
all
Man.
its
Puppet Man.
glory. Oh, and
I think he had a mallet.
Seen it all before, mortal. Then just you wait until you get a load of what you're about to experience once I start smacking you around my planet with this. But I am hoping, however, that you don't go down too easily, Saiyan. And that's because it'll be a real shame if I went and used this on you, only
about
for
to
you
cock
to
that
melt
bit
under
back,
the
bro.
pressure of its deadly power before I'd even have the chance to get started like how I wanted. Oh, you've got to keep fighting, Gohan.
Piccolo, so
Don't
out
let
in the
his
sternum.
vast arsenal of destroyer weapons be what
the
breaks you, Piccolo went on to then utter. You're better than he is, and he knows that you are. That's why he's doing this. He's doing this because he's scared, Gohan. He's scared of your potential, and so that's why he wants to go and extinguish it. But even if he tries, you can't let him do it. I know that you have the power within to beat him, Gohan. As Gardox then went on to respond, how annoying. It almost makes me want to vomit after hearing that. Say, does he always tend to do this and cheer you on this way? Because it's
You
actually
goddamn right,
quite
nigga.
annoying to listen to. As Gohan then went on to shout, that's enough! But then, it was just as Gardox was shown having to avoid Gohan's ki blast by then being shown winding up his mallet, as Gardox then went on to respond, whoa there, now that was close, but would you go and look at that? You still have some fight left within that broken body of yours, now do you? Well then, Saiyan, what do you say we go and start cracking some heads around here and find out if
Not
yours
mine.
is worth giving it another whack or two, Gohan, because by the
Not
looks
the
of
back
it,
of his
you are far
shit,
sturdier
bro.
than I imagined you'd be.
Nah.
Since you're from Beerus's universe of all places.
Did he hit him in the back of his?
Sturdy
Oh
as
my
you are,
God!
with
Hold
all
up.
the potential that you harbor
Am I
as being
tripping?
a mortal warrior who carries with him destroyer rivaling power. You will never be able to hold your own and pull your weight in battle against the likes of me, Gohan. Oh, it's no use, Piccolo then went on to chime back in. This destroyer is dragging this out to make Gohan suffer a slow and painful death on purpose, and so he isn't going to stop either, but Gohan hasn't dropped out of his beast form just yet, which means that his
not yet.
willpower and his spirit to fight still yearns for his desire to save
Also,
his daughter,
that's what being big coming clutch.
try and dig down deep within himself and fast if he hopes to actually do it here. But it was simply
That
no
motherfucker
use because
swinging
despite
that thing,
Gardox
bro.
being shown swinging his mallet around and dropping Gohan down onto the ground before using his mallet and firing off energy blast was when Piccolo then went on to chime back in. Because if Gohan isn't able to do what he did before and draw out that hidden power that he used against Cell to stop Lord Gardox, then that destroyer will likely continue to wear Gohan down until he finally destroys him for good. But even
Get
then, with
up,
that very moment, as
Gohan.
Gohan was laying down on the ground by having all of these energy blasts being shown having to ram themselves into Gohan's body, was when Gardox then went on to continue. It hurts, doesn't it, mortal? It
Yeah,
hurts
I
knowing
bet
that
it
you are
does.
utterly powerless to do anything in your nature to stop me from ripping everything away from you now, doesn't it, Gohan?
Nigga, I don't even know you, bro. I didn't know you existed before today.
I had everything ripped away from me. Now it's your turn to feel my pain, Saiyan. Because it's like your puny god of destruction once said, better you than me, right, Gohan? Better
Saying that.
you than
Keep on
me,
saying that, bro.
right? Well, I couldn't agree more with that sentiment. Because better you than me right now, Saiyan. But it was only during
Bet.
Gardox's
It
act
finna
of
be
having to
you.
blast Gohan while he
In a
was
second.
down, as Pan attempted to make her way down below, with Andrological having to prevent Pan from having to leave and responding, "That's far enough, little one. Please don't make me have to tell you again. You are not safe out there, and so therefore you will not get yourself involved in a battle that does not require you, and so now please stay." As it was only moments later back down on the battlefield, with Gardox being shown having to walk away by also being shown acknowledging his mallet and leaving Gohan.
Pan, you gotta say,
onto the ground
Papa,
by
get
having to be surrounded
up.
by the debris around him, was when Gardox then went on to continue. "Now that ought to bury that runt beneath the ashes of his miserable failures, but I gotta say, I sure did get a good whack at cracking that Saiyan across the head when I did, and I
That's what I'm
loved
saying, the
every
back of his
single
shit.
second of it as it
Uh-oh,
happened.
hold on.
And so now he's as good as dead, or at least will be soon if he didn't already
Trying to get bro
perish by his
CTE, bro, like
injuries, and
damn.
So good riddance.
Like that.
Don't let this be where you fall, Papa. I believe
Cheer him on,
you,
Pan.
I know that you have the power to stand back up and win. I won't give up on you, Papa, Pan shouts. But then it was only just when Gohan had opened his eyes and having to overhear his daughter cry out for him was when Gohan then went on to respond, "Pan, I hear you, and I won't let you down." As Gardox then went on to chime in, "Wait, you're still standing? But how is it that you're back up on your feet like this already? And what is this strange power that I sense that's coming from you?"
I'm about
As
to
Gohan then
come around
went
and
to
find out.
respond, "You are in way over your head now, God of Destruction. I said it once, and so I will go and say it to you one last time. No matter what you do and no matter how hard you try and crush me, you will never succeed. And as long as my daughter remains in danger, I will never stop hunting you until she is safe. And so now, God of Destruction, this is
And he
where
got a
I
little
will
bass in his voice.
break you once and for all." As it was only right then and there now, during that moment, where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of the resurrected fallen gods of destruction, the
Like hell it is, Alex.
Universe 16 Sagas manga chapter.
If you aren't already a member of Unreal's Patreon community, then you are truly missing out on so much without you even knowing.
Nigga, whack that nigga side his head, bro. Trying to get bro CTE, bro. That shit crazy. Hell nah, I'm about to watch this. Hell yeah. Let me see. Let go. Let go. The heart of the beast. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
As our story now continues, following the initial events of Gardox being shown having to attempt to put Beast Gohan down, as with Beast Gohan now finally finding it within himself to use everything he can in channeling his power onto the surface, was when Gohan then went on to respond,
That CTE didn't work, nigga.
to understand one thing before I tear right into you, Destroyer, and that is for all of the damage that you've done, and for all of the pain that you've caused onto myself and all those whom I love, I want you to remember my face, Destroyer, because
remember
it
it.
will be the last face that your eyes will ever have the chance to see from this day onward. For you should have ended my life when you had the chance, because this is where you messed up, and messed up bad, Gardox. And these stupid little games of yours, along with the tyranny that you tried putting us under,
And
is
stupid.
over.
Like,
And
get it.
because
Lock
you
in.
continue to push us into a corner with no way out, Gohan continues, this is where you will find out firsthand on what it's like to be driven right through, with Gardox questioning, to be driven right through, as in you. Do you honestly believe that you have what it takes as a mortal warrior to drive yourself through and defeat a god of destruction such as myself after taking this much damage? For you've got to be joking, as you are either delusional from the beating that you've taken, or you have simply lost your damn mind. And for you to honestly stand there and believe that you have what it takes to take much more of what you just did is ludicrous. And so I'm calling your bluff, as Pan
Big
went on to
mistake.
shout, "No, thank goodness that you're okay, Papa. I knew that you had the power to continue. Oh, thank you for not giving up on me, Papa. And so now go and show Mr. Green
He
over
would
there
never.
why you are my Papa and why you are the best," with Gohan responding, "No one, Destroyer, and I mean no one, ever threatens my family and lives to brag about the harm they've caused. No one, God of Destruction, and so you
Unforgivable.
wanted to see if my power was worthy of being compared to yours? Then go ahead and take a look and witness my full power and the very nature of who I am brought forth onto the surface. Gohan then went on to power up with rage by responding. And so you wanted to see if mortals had what it took to match or surpass a god? Well, here it is, and so now prepare to be destroyed, Gardox! Amazing. Piccolo then went on to suddenly chime in. That a boy, Gohan. I knew that you had the power within you to match that destroyer and put an end to his nightmare for good. And so just don't go and lose yourself in the process of trying to make him suffer like how he tried doing with us. And so now beat that runt at his own game so that way we could all go home, Piccolo continues. You came a very long way.
And snitch, cause I'm snitching.
Gohan, and you are
I'm soon as I get back home, I'm snitching. We Beerus, where y'all at, bro?
Continues, and so now go and show
Dad,
Vegeta what we're all
hey.
about and why we mean business. But then it was suddenly now from out of nowhere with Piccolo now being shown
just to let y'all know.
Angel, Vodka, and Pan was when Piccolo went on to then question, whoa, hey, what just happened? With Pan having to shout, Uncle Piccolo! Yay, you made it, you're okay! Oh, I was so worried for you out there, but you're okay. Pan went on to then lunge towards Piccolo by hugging him. Thank you for coming all this way with Papa to help me. I don't know what I would have done without you. I missed you, with Piccolo responding, well, don't sweat it, kiddo. You know your dad and I would never let anything ever happen to you, and so I'm glad you're all right and still in one piece, Pan. Thank you for never losing faith in us, Piccolo continues. And so as long as your dad out there still has the power within his heart to keep on fighting, then we will never stop chasing you down until you're finally home where you belong, Pan. And so you can always count on us to be there for you when you need us the most, and so now hold my hand and sit tight, with Angel Vodka having to chime in. Tell me something, Namekian. Were you able to also see what I had seen come from your ally during two very separate yet very specific occasions that happened to involve his power? Well, strangely, I did, Piccolo responds. Once during Gohan's final moments against Perfect Cell Max, and the other was just now before he went and powered up to face Lord Gardox. And so why is it that you ask? With Vodka responding, your friend appears to possess a far greater level of power to him than even he is able to actually realize. And if misdirected or mismanaged, could prove to be rather problematic if he isn't able to control it, Vodka continues. And so I say this to also say that if Gohan were to use this very power as intended, then he will defeat Lord Gardox. However, I fear that before he even reaches such a point, Lord Gardox may catch on and want to erase Gohan on the fly if he is deemed to be a danger to Universe 15, and so I am only telling you now to be very cautious. Gardox! Gohan shouts.
There you go. Crash out, Gohan. Didn't want to crash out.
What in the world? But then it was
put them hands up, nigga.
Gardox even had the opportunity to finish his sentence was when Beast Gohan then went on to punch Gardox in the face by then shouting, enough! This is for
enough of this shit.
Breath that you went and put my little daughter through after coming onto our world.
Damn, Gohan might turn to another Broly low key. I don't know.
So now get back
how about I go
right
describe that? We'll see.
Not done. Isn't that right? Isn't that what you went and said, Destroyer? Well, come on then. With Gardox quickly responding, all right, now you've done it, Saiyan. Now you're starting to annoy me far more than what you were shown doing prior. And
don't care,
so
nigga.
You want to do this the hard way now, do ya? Well, all
get mad.
then. Now don't say that you didn't see this coming, except this time I won't stop blasting you until you are a pile of jello on the ground. But even then, despite with Gardox being shown having to use his puppet mallet in blasting Gohan several times over, with Gohan being shown dashing right through it,
light work.
Piccolo went on to then chime back in. Amazing.
Right in the sternum. All the dick, low key.
But if Gohan is able to keep this momentum going, then there's no way that this God of Destruction will be able to stop him. But I'm curious if tanking all of Lord Gardox's attacks like this will end up slowing him down in the long run if this keeps going, with Angel Vodko chiming in, well, that all depends. You see, while it's undeniable that Lord Gardox possesses superior strength when compared to Gohan, there is an intangible quality to Gohan's spirit that's beginning to turn the tide in their battle, Vodko continues. His courage, his heart, his unyielding determination, they are not just mere attributes of his, but they are weapons in their own right, capable of nullifying almost anything that stands in his way. And so thus this is a testament of Gohan's nature by proving on why he is the chosen candidate for this battle, and the best one for Lord Gardox at that. However, despite this being the case, if and when Lord Gardox decides to take matters a bit more seriously down there, is when you will only then begin to get a better idea on just how ruthless and just how dangerous Lord Gardox can truly be in a battle. But for Gohan's sake and for the sake of the child and yourself, Namekian, let's just hope that this ends quickly so that way this can be done. With Piccolo responding, well, I don't think that Gohan will allow for this to go and reach that point, and especially if he knows that Lord Gardox is in a vulnerable position like the one that he is currently in now.
The ball on the wall. I like that. I like that, Gohan.
To do, Piccolo continues. Just
make him suffer.
And so now go and make that little troll pay for what he went and put us all through. With Vodko continuing, well, actually, I wouldn't go and jump the gun just yet, for I think that Gohan has finally gotten Lord Gardox's attention. Alright, and you want to go and play rough? Well, fine then, Gardox continues. Let's play rough, because now you are really starting to get under my skin, and I will not have you embarrass me like this.
Too late, nigga.
To which, as soon as Gohan and Gardox were then shown having to dash towards one another yet again, was when Gardox then went on to continue. Mortals could never be allowed nor be given the opportunity to ever compete with the Destroyer's power, and that's where your governing Destroyer went wrong.
Right in the
Beerus
sternum.
allowed for his faith in you creatures to cloud what was most important among our kind, and that was preserving our status no matter the cause. To which Piccolo then went on to respond, oh darn, I was afraid of Lord Gardox going and turning this around on Gohan, but he can't give in no matter what that Destroyer tries to do out there.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Chiming back in, though the situation may appear tough, originally all Lord Gardox had wanted was someone to play with, given how he was always all alone here. But once he was able to catch,
all I have to do is ask a nigga, bro. Damn. Just ask a nigga. That's all you have to do.
Focus had shifted in wanting to rip that away from Lord Beerus's universe, just to simply go and get back at Lord Beerus over the comments that were made.
Just cause you bitchless and have no friends and shit.
All of this was simply to spite Lord Beerus. Oh, it's another reason on why Gohan has to win. But even given the fact that with Gohan and Gardox now being shown going back and forth, with Gardox now shown punching Gohan
right
in
to
the
start him
stomach,
again.
Gardox
Damn.
went on to continue. I will say that you are good, far better than I expected for you to be, but you're going to have to be far better than what you are now if you wish to overthrow me, peasants. And to further put these efforts of yours to rest for good, why don't I go and show you on why you were never the one who was in control. To which, as soon as Gardox was now able to turn the tides against Gohan by from that point them being shown having to kick Gohan in the stomach, was
damn again in the sternum.
And so
go
why
that
don't
damn
you
back
back
again.
on up and watch as I show you on who is
Go that
truly
back.
in control here, Saiyan. Yes, that's right. Try and single me out now, will you? Well, I'll show you. Gardox went back into his bag of tricks by then responding, you may have been useful to Beerus, but here you will know your place and come to understand that you are just my pawn. A silly little mortal man who is only best served as being my personal entertainment and nothing more. And so now let's see, where is it? Where did I go and put that thing? Where is
fuck you
it?
getting out now?
Yes, there we are now. And so this ought to stop you in your tracks, and so now watch. Watch as I go and twirl you around the way I want and rip you apart before I decide to destroy you. Or maybe I should just go and destroy you now so that way I could be done with you. Gardox went on to freeze Gohan in place by responding, yes, decisions. What's wrong? Struggling to move again, are
Bro,
we?
just fight like a real nigga, bro.
I think we should go and end this battle with a bang, and that's by having you blast yourself into 1,000,000 pieces.
Oh, wow.
Now that ought to be a sight to see. And so now let's just see if we can get you to channel your most powerful attack up there and go and aim that energy blast right towards your head. As a struggling Gohan then went on to respond, he's going to try and channel my most powerful attack and have me redirected towards myself and having me take myself out? No, oh no, I can't have him go and do that, especially since I'm all that's left and coming in between him and Pan. And so I've got to try and hurry and act fast before he could go and pull this off. Wait a second. Yes, I've got it. Since I can still move my arms, then this is my one and only chance to take advantage of him while I can. Oh, as if I'm going to give you the time of day to even try.
Solar flare!
Shouts, and so you can guess again. Solar flare! Just what in the world is this? How did I not know that the Saiyan was capable of using a blinding technique against me? I can't see a damn thing up there. And why does it feel as though he's putting his energy together for something while I can't see? Just what are you planning on using on me from up there, Saiyan?
Hey, don't worry about that.
Gohan, Piccolo then went on to quickly shout. Now's your chance to blast that destroyer with everything you've got and put an end to this nightmare once and for all. And so don't let this moment slip through your fingers. To which, as Gohan was then charging up for his Kamehameha, was when Gohan then went on to respond, not a chance. And given the opportunity that I have right now, I'm going to make sure that he doesn't have a chance in the world of escaping this one. This is what you get, Destroyer. This is what you had coming. As Gardox then went on to respond, how'd you like hell if you'll be given the chance to blast me with that? As I've seen all that I wanted to come to see from you, and so I'm done with it, mortal. Now watch as I crush your dreams right before your child's very own eyes, you peon. So no
would you say that?
How powerful you think you are, you will never be strong enough to survive this. Hakai! Oh no, 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 Gohan, do not come in contact with that attack of his. He's going to try and erase you if you come in contact with that, Piccolo shouts. So you've got to get out of the way right now if you aren't able to blast right through it. As Vodka went on to then chime in, interesting, to which surprisingly enough, as Gardox's Hakai was then shown having to go right through Gohan, was when Vodka then went on to continue. Well, although I didn't think that the mortal would go and find an escape method if he wasn't planning on already blasting right through Lord Gardox's Hakai, but he did. That's right, now what the? But how did you just do that, Gardox shockingly?
It's a transmission?
Question. You knew, didn't you? You tricked me. To which from out of nowhere, similar to that of his father, with Gohan now being shown having to teleport behind Gardox, was Gohan then went on to continue. Looks like you aren't the only one here who has a few surprises up their sleeve, Destroyer. And so now face the consequences behind your actions, God of Destruction. This one here is for my little girl.
Blow his back out.
In which moments later, with Gohan's massive Kamehameha now being shown having to make contact with Gardox, was when Piccolo went on to then respond, what tremendous intensity. I haven't seen Gohan unleash this much power with this much force behind it since the early days of when Gohan had used all of the power that he had when he was a child to put an end to Perfect Cell after Goku was destroyed, but will it work? With Angel Body responding, you know, I find it quite remarkable to see how mortal warriors such as this one are able to actually go the distance and achieve such grand levels of power, but even then there are still levels in between gods and mortals. But what do you think, Namekian? Do you think that Gohan has won? With Piccolo responding, well, I'm not sure on what the outcome is going to be, but I think he got him down there, yes. I think Gohan was actually able to do it. For Lord
if
Gardox
he did hit him,
able to see and respond
he
to
pissed that
Gohan's
nigga off just now. That's all I'm gonna say.
He did it. Well,
where the hell Pan went?
To rain on your parade so soon, Namekian and Vodka.
Stop looking up there like we're paying that.
Not only is this battle far from over, but you might want to check besides you. With Piccolo asking,
Pan?
Besides me, why?
Pan.
What are you? Oh,
where are you, Pan?
Pan.
Pan.
Where's Pan? Don't tell me she. Oh, how I I feared that he would go and try this on the boy, Vodka quickly responds.
No, he took her?
This only just means that Lord
Why would you do this? Why would you do that? That is a recipe for a D1 crash out, bro. Why would you do that, bro?
Well, I'll admit you almost had me there for a moment, Gohan.
What is he about to do?
I'm always 2 steps ahead no matter what the odds are that are stacked against me. But if you think that I'm all out of surprises, then you're in for a very rude awakening, because I still have a few more tricks up my sleeve that I'm sure you will just utterly die over. To which, shockingly enough, as Gardox was from there shown having to create a barrier and prevent himself from being hit by Gohan's Kamehameha wave, not only was Gardox shown still mobile and functional within the barrier, but now Gardox was also now holding on to Pan in his hand, as Gardox then went on to continue. Truthfully, I wasn't expecting for things to reach such critical conditions during our battle, but in this game of power and destruction, it's not just about strength, but it's about leverage, Gardox continues. And as you can see with your very own eyes now, I am the one who wields the greater leverage in our battle, mortal. And what better leverage than that which you hold dearest, right, Saiyan? And so now,
this nigga a bitch, Lord a bitch, bro.
You wouldn't dare try and attack me after knowing your child would be placed in harm's way now, would you? Or are you truly that crazy and you'd be willing to risk her life, all in the name of besting me in battle and being granted your freedom? I wonder.
You playing a dangerous game.
Pan, how did you just know? No, why? Why are you doing this? Gohan then went on to quickly freeze her face by shouting, don't you dare think about hurting her! It's a cold world that you and I live in, isn't it? But
don't do it, big bro.
Don't
do it, big bro. Don't do it, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Just you wait.
Bakil, tell that nigga, Bakil, don't tell nigga not to do it, bro.
And so just you wait. But in the meantime, are you ready to call it
not by the
quits,
throat,
Saiyan?
no, bro.
Shouting, you let her go right now, or I swear on my life, I'm going to tear your heart out, destroyer. And so now
he might do it.
Go. I'm the one that you want, and so now leave her out of this right now. Now, it's better if you lower that tone of yours when you speak to me.
Playing a dangerous game.
Gardox responds, but instead of putting you down for it, I would advise that you think about your daughter's life before you go and make empty threats by trying to go and want to take mine, Saiyan. And so now surrender yourself over to me and pledge your life in exchange for hers, or I will see to it that her existence ends right before your very own eyes, friend or not. So now what's
it? Piccolo about to crash out. He went orange. Piccolo, oh, he just holding the nigga by the thing.
What the hell with this? Piccolo then went on to quickly shout by transforming.
This nigga is a bitch.
Forward. Has that little bastard lost his mind or what? That's a child. No, Pan, hang on. But then it was only just before Piccolo was able to insert himself down onto the battlefield was when Angel Vodka went on to grab onto Piccolo by then responding, no, you will not. You will trust in my judgment and remain here with me and wait and see what will come out of this battle, Namekian. As this battle does not involve you, for it's between them to settle, but I want you to also look closer, Vodka continues. Do you see it? Do you see the change that is beginning to take place below? It was similar to before with Gohan's physical appearance now shown changing upon Gohan now powering up was when Gohan went on to shout, I will not let you hurt her, you monster!
You playing a dangerous game, bro. I tried to tell you. I tried to tell you, bro.
Gardox being shown having to choke her was when Gardox then went on to shout,
that a girl, Pan.
What are you doing? She bit me. That little child actually bit me.
Just your bitch ass get.
Too careless and too caught up within the moments. Pan went on to then shout upon Gardox.
Now put them hands up. Oh, he got blitz.
Gohan was not having it because with Gohan
look at this nigga, bro. He got lines on. That's some AF shit, bro.
Punching Gardox in the face was when Gohan then went on to shout,
Gohan, use tackle.
Wait, I see it now, Piccolo then went on to quickly chime back in. There it is again, that weird-looking freaky form of Gohan's. Now I understand as to what you meant by what it was that you said, but will it last? Well, it's hard to say for sure, but it doesn't appear to be the case, Vodko responds. As it does, however, look as though it was enough to really go and do damage to Lord Gardox, but I do believe that something is about to change, with Piccolo responding, change as in how? What are you able to see that I can't? What in the world was that just now?
You fucked up, bro.
No,
you messed up, bro.
No, I can't risk this mortal going and doing what he just did against me again. And so this is my universe, Saiyan, and I'm the one
I don't give a damn.
Decide on what will happen around here. Gardox went on to then spawn another goblin card by responding. I will need for you to go and stay close by. Vodko went on to then dash forward by grabbing onto Piccolo's shoulder. And do not attempt to leave my side until we are safely transported, Vodko continues. As although Lord Gardox had intended to use another one of his goblin cards to trick Gohan into sending him off into another world similar to the ones which you were both in just a little while ago, but with his card now unstable, Vodka went on to then surprisingly grab onto Pan by also holding onto Piccolo. There is no telling on where they are both about to go, and so we must not lose them while this continues. So now hold on, everyone, because this may end up proving to be a rough landing by the time we emerge right through and onto the other side of wherever we will be. To which all the while in the meantime,
I'm snitching. Hey, bro, this nigga kidnapped my daughter, bro. Big bro, he took us for no reason, bro. Oh shit.
Good, Lord Beerus, for you have managed to crack 500 million sit-ups in record time, and so shall we go and do it again? With Beerus responding, yes.
He said 500.
We've crossed well into 1 billion.
Hold the fuck up. That nigga said 500 million or 5 million. What that nigga said, bro? What that nigga said? Rewind that. Rewind that. What that nigga said, bro?
Universe 7, in seeing as to how Beerus was now beginning to do sit-ups with Whis being shown having to oversee by counting this, was when Whis then went on to respond, my word, very good, Lord Beerus, for you have managed to crack 500 million sit-ups.
$500 million fucking sit-ups. All this, that nigga shit is on fire. That nigga shit is burning. That nigga core is rock solid. What the kind of training are y'all niggas doing, bro? 500 million, not even 5 million. That nigga said 500 million in record time. What?
In record time, and so shall we go and do it again? With Beerus
again?
Yes, we'll continue until we've crossed well into 1 billion and resume our sparring training right after, if anything, Beerus continues. So just do make sure that you just keep on counting. And
anyway,
then, it was only suddenly just then from out of nowhere, to both Whis and Beerus' surprise, from behind them as Beast, Gohan,
back in Universe 7, I like to see it.
Was shown having to emerge within their universe and battling, was when Beerus quickly went on to then chime back in. God, just what in the world was that just now? Wait a minute, hold on there for a second. Whis, surely that can't be, now could it? It is, isn't it? Well, judging based from the looks of things, Whis responds, your guess is as good as mine, Lord Beerus, as it only now appears as though Son Gohan and Universe 15's God of Destruction Gardox appear to be locked in a very intense battle, but why this is the case is truly a mystery, as I'm starting to wonder on how they even got here. To where the moment Beast Gohan was then shown having to mount control over Gardox, and from that point,
there you go, Gohan,
smashing down upon his face was when
Skull drag that nigga.
Well, those two shouldn't be here, Whis, but now I can't help but wonder on why they are fighting either, and so now I'm confused. Well, it looks as though they're not alone here either, Whis continues, because Gohan's daughter Piccolo and my brother Vodko are also here too, with Beerus having to then respond, alright, something's up and one of you better start explaining right now, as Vodka then went on to then chime in, my apologies for the sudden arrival, Lord Beerus, as Lord Gardox had appeared to briefly lose control and redirect us back into this universe, but nevertheless, Lord Gardox had taken interest in Son Gohan, and well, here we are, with Orange Piccolo having to then respond, and since I couldn't help but overhear you ask about it, what Gohan is currently using in battle is a new beast form that he went and unlocked recently on Earth, Piccolo says, but more on that a little later, Lord Beerus, and to make a very long story short, it was actually Lord Gardox who went and had pushed us all into reaching this very point, especially with Gohan, since Lord Gardox had wanted to pay you back over a few comments that you had made a very long time ago when
talking about better you than me.
Originally destroyed, with Beerus responding, so that's what this is all about. Revenge, Gardox? But Gohan was not showing
don't give a fuck. Put them hands up. Beat his
was continuously and ruthlessly shown having to smash his way down in elbowing and punching Gardox over and over again was when Gardox went on to stick his arm up by then responding, "That's enough, you foolish creature! Get your disgusting, undeserving,
hell no
mortal hands off of me and just die, Saiyan Haka!" But then,
no, nigga.
Just before Gardox even had the opportunity from there being shown erasing Gohan
my
from
nigga
existence,
Gohan locked in.
Beast Gohan had then proceeded in grabbing onto Gardox's arm and slamming it on down by proceeding to elbow Gardox in the face by then responding, "Oh no you don't, like hell if I'll just stand here and have you try and erase me before I went and made you pay for all of the pain that you have caused me and my family, Destroyer. You tried hurting her, you tried using
that nigga locked in, bruh. You
me.
tried it, big bruh.
You were going to end her
little bro.
You were going to rip her away from me,
and I cannot have that.
You tried to burn my entire world down onto the ground, but you failed, and so now I'm going to go and burn yours down to the ground, Destroyer."
Mean elbow to that nigga face. I like that.
You held against Lord Beerus, Destroyer. Better him than me, right?
Yeah.
Destroyer? Well, better you than me. Yeah.
So like Gohan. Hold on.
Me more and more, and look where it's going. You go on, then begin to change by questioning. So now do something about it if you think
that nigga said do something about it.
Go on, do it.
That nigga said do something.
My daughter as a shield in your twisted game now, God of Destruction. Try and go and erase her now. Go on, do it. It hurts, doesn't it, Destroyer? It hurts.
Mean elbows.
You did this. Gohan then went on to continuously elbow
that nigga
Gardox.
crashing out.
This is all your fault, and so I'm going to make sure that you never went and found me when you did. And to use my daughter as bait against me and to threaten her very existence is something that I will make sure that you suffer for. And so do you feel that? Do you, Destroyer? With
eating the dog shit out that nigga. I like that.
What I'm seeing take place with the Beast Saiyan 2. His energy appears to be spiking more and more, and he also appears to be changing a bit as well. And so what's going on? With Whis responding, "Why yes, I do, but if this continues to go the way that it does, then Gohan is going to end up beating Lord Gardox to death," as Pan went on to then rush on over towards Gohan by then shouting, No, please stop, Papa, you don't have to do this, that's enough, Papa. Papa, please look at me, this isn't you, this isn't what you should do. Pan went on to then continue, and I know that Mr. Green
got that nigga
hasn't been
leaking.
racist to us, and I know that he
Got that
caused us a
nigga
lot of pain,
leaking,
but
cuz.
him as he tried doing to us isn't going to change anything, Papa. And so please don't go through with this violence. You've always stood on what was right, Papa, and so please don't.
Left that nigga leaking.
Anyone or be hurt yourself, Papa. So please find it within your heart to forgive Mr. Green. Please, you beat him over.
I ain't gonna forget that nigga. I ain't gonna forget though. I let him live. I ain't gonna forget.
You made a really bad mistake, and I don't think that you should do this. You're not like him, and so please stop. And so that we can
that
all
nigga
go
lucky she here.
Man, are you sure about this? Please don't cry, sweetie. I think you should listen to her, Gohan, because she's right. Piccolo went on to appear by tapping Gohan on the shoulder. Going the extra mile and ending Lord Gardox would
How's your bitch ass get? Damn. left that. Look at that nigga, bro. How the mighty have fallen, bro. Oh my god, bro. Damn. Better him than me. Hey, bro. Tell it, you was playing a dangerous game, bro. That nigga, bro, you lucky she was here. If Pan was not here, bro, Universe 15 would need a new god destruction. Oh my god. Hey, bro. Remember this pain. Remember this pain. And remember this, because what happened to you? It was your fault. Anyway.
Either way, especially if he's already defeated, Piccolo continues.
Damn.
That won't bring us any closer to the peace that we've been fighting for this entire time, and so it'll only serve to drag you down to his level if you go and beat him to death. And so I think he's learned his lesson here. Now just let it go, Gohan. Your daughter is right. True strength lies in showing mercy to those who went and showed you none, especially when it's moments like these that count. As Gohan went on to then look back down by then responding, well, in that case, consider this game of yours, this 3 stages of hell challenge over, God of Destruction.
Look at Donald, you bitch ass.
Understand? You got what you asked for and wanted to see out of me, and so our score is settled. Understood? As Gardox then went on to look up by then responding, you got lucky, and you know it.
Right.
Yes, fine then. So now get off of me, Saiyan, and I won't go and tell you again.
Bitch, you gotta say nothing, nigga. You swamp. You leaking.
Let this be a reminder to never come anywhere near my family, Gohan says, nor even think about ever putting any of them in harm's way ever again. Do you understand?
Do you understand?
I went on to then also chime in, I really wish that things were different, Mr. Green, because I really did see you as a friend. But when you started to attack my Papa and Uncle Piccolo, that was when you hurt me as a friend and made me really sad. With Gardox responding, you really considered me as your actual friend? Okay, could someone go and tell me on just what the hell is going on around here and why in the world Goku's son is fighting a god of destruction within my universe without my approval? And I also want to know on how Lord Gardox remained in my universe without my knowledge, Beerus continues, as well as telling me on just what the heck this beast form is that the boy is wielding. With Gohan then responding, I honestly never would have wanted for things to end like this, but you left us with no other choice. And
you
so
kept
now
on pushing my boy, man.
Not all grudges have to be vindicated, because sometimes you just have to let it go. And those haunting words that had brought you so much pain throughout your time, Gohan continues, should be buried and forgotten about. And so now leave us all alone and go back home to where you belong, Lord Gardox. I'm done here. Although you were stronger than me, it was like you yourself had said that sometimes strength isn't the only thing that wins you the day. In which as soon as Angel Vodka was then shown having to help Gardox up was when Angel Vodka then went on to respond, come now, my lord, let us uphold the end of your deal and take our business back within Universe 15, for it wouldn't be wise to try and continue to engage against the mortal while in such a vulnerable condition. With Gardox responding, no, now you wait right there, Saiyan. You will not turn your back on me and walk away without me having to address what it was that you just said. And so now stay right there, because I have a few things that I want to say to your face. And so now I'll admit that even though you were able to best me in battle, a feat that I deemed impossible for any mere mortal to achieve, you and I both know that it was because of that bizarre and strange surge of power that you channeled onto the surface that had resulted in your victory over me, Saiyan. However, your choice to spare me despite every reason for vengeance is perplexing, to say the least. But my hatred for Beerus had blinded me from the truth in realizing that you were telling the truth this entire time, Gardox continues. And for what it was that you did, I just want you to know that without that power that you displayed, which was shown jumping popping in and out, you never would have beaten me, and deep down, you know that you can't. But I do owe one of you an apology for dragging you into this when I should have kept you out of this entire time, and that person is you, little one. Gardox continues. My actions during our battle in leveraging you to gain the upper hand wasn't the right call to make, but I only did it because of how badly I wanted to destroy your father and get back at Beerus for the cold and hurtful words that he said about me, and so I allowed for my anger to get the better of me, and to be honest, Gardox went on to then bow towards Pan by responding, my life as a god of destruction has been a lonely one, devoid of the connections of what it ever means to have a real friend to play with, and so I am sorry for lying to you and trying to use you as a weapon against your father when I did, and so I hope that you may accept my apology and that maybe one day you and I could actually be friends, Gardox continues. And as for you, I offer you my hand in respect, Gardox went on to address Gohan by responding, as well as
they show respect after you whooped the ass.
I just want you to know that you and I will battle again. So you may have won the day, but I will be back for you and I will best you, even if that strange power that you showcased were to return, because I will come back and I will come back stronger than I am now, and so you have my respect, with Gohan responding, now I'm not really sure on whether or not you're actually being truthful here, but assuming that you are, then let
this nigga had a buzzer on his hand,
and so I'll accept your words for what they are and take you up on your comments, but understand that this will never, and I mean never, go and happen again. And so as long as you understand this and understand that I will do whatever I need to do in order to protect the people that I love, then let this be a truce between us then, God of Destruction. Wait a second, and just what exactly is that in your hand right there, with Gardox then revealing, darn, and here I wanted to play one last prank on you before I went and took my leave, but I guess I'll have to be a little more sneaky next time. But fair play, Saiyan, as Pan went on to then chime in, you were gonna zap my papa with that little buzzer you showed me earlier, now were you? I used to do that on my papa all the time. Yeah, well, maybe next time I'll go and try something new on him, with Gohan then responding, one thing before you go is, what about your grudge with Lord Beerus? Gohan questions. Are you still hell-bent on getting back at him over what he said about you, or what? With Gardox then having to leap on up by responding, I still don't like that, loudmouth, but we'll go and call it even for now. You've proved your standing to me, and so for what it's worth, my issues with Beerus will be handled at a later time. Gardox went on to glance on over at Beerus by responding, now I don't know what it is that I'm looking at, but there appears to be something different about Beerus when compared to how he was shown before, Gardox went on to then add, but maybe it's just me. However, I see you looking at me from over there, Beerus, and so I want you to know that this mortal just got lucky and nothing more. Do you understand? And so even though him and I may have resolved our issues, me and you, however, still have a score to settle, so consider this day to be a lucky one for you. And so now let's hurry it up and leave this universe at once, Vodkel. In which moments before both Angel Vodkel and God of Destruction Gardox were then shown having to head back into Universe 15 was when Gardox then went on to continue, you have quite the potential within you, mortal, but we'll see on just how good you really are the next time I see you. But in the meantime, thank you for accepting my notions and for actually considering me to be your friend, Pan. To which, as Gardox and Vodka were then shown having to leave, with Gohan, Piccolo, and Pan now shown having to stare up, was when Gohan then went on to chime in, what a very strange but yet very sinisterly sneaky destroyer that Gardox was. But I'm glad that this is all over and done with, because I never want to go and experience that ever again. And so now, what were you thinking out there, Pan? Don't ever go and jump in the middle of a battle like that, Gohan went on to then respond. You could have been seriously hurt, Pan, with Piccolo chiming in, relax, Gohan. You can't falter for wanting to go and help, especially since that God of Destruction was already knocked loopy after you had him pinned down and onto the ground, and so it was the right call for Pan to go and make out there when she did. As
so since that nigga, bro, beat the dog shit out that nigga, bro.
The three of you have some explaining to do, because I was actually in the middle of something very important, and you all went and ruined what I had going on with Whis. And so now you're not going anywhere until I am able to get some more answers out of you and find out about just what what the heck that was all about. And so now before I go and finish what it was that I was doing, you better start talking, as it was only right then and there now during that moment where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of the resurrected fallen gods of destruction, the Universe 15/Universe 16 Saga's manga chapter number 12 finale then comes to a close.
Actually, I'll go a member of Unreal's Patreon community, then you are means an easy one for them to wage, especially Gohan, since he was the one whom Lord Gardox had or that waits for you that has yet to be told, and so you do.
He ain't elbow, bro. He was fucking that nigga up, bro. On me. Oh my god. Well, we're done with the Gardox shit. At least for now, anyway. At least for now. Oh man. Yeah, into my boy training, bro. His training arc. So what now? Like, see, okay, yeah. Going to Gardox because we got the whole movie shit for Universe 15 arc. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm about to go to Universe 16. I guess so. That's what Goku and Vegeta and Broly. Okay. Yes. Get to explaining. You feel me? Because bullshit. Niggas always show respect after they get their ass beat though. You see that shit? Every time, bro. Nigga fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as you start whooping their ass. Nah, I say my fault, big bro. You know what I'm saying? Shake my hand. You got my respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you could have been avoided. Thought shit was sweet. That's how it always go. But nah, we gotta go train, bro. I believe Cobra's out that nigga training. Gardox, he training. Like, I lost to Immortal. Hell nah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we gotta go train. We gotta train. Got instructions. You're getting trying to get back in blood and all this other bullshit. We can't have that, bro. We can't have that, bro. You know what I mean? But I wonder what Gohan and Piccolo gonna do now. You know what I mean? Since they're in the middle of this shit now. You know what I mean? So, that new beast form. That AF looking form. You know what I'm saying? Looking like Zycor. Look, bro. Go train that shit up. You gonna need that in the future. You know what I'm saying? He came in clutch right here. You gonna need that in the future, bro. On me, that nigga was beating dog shit out that nigga, bro. And he gotta get that shit under control, cause like he gonna be another Broly. You know what I mean? If he crash out like that, he another Broly. Oh my god, bro. But nah, that nigga look like Zycor, bro. He got the little lines and shit. You know what I mean? The hairstyle. I just like them. I just like that little hairstyle shit like that. Super Saiyan 4 look. I don't believe him, but I like Super Saiyan 4 too, bro. But yeah, man, damn. It's a little goblin looking ass get, nigga. Told him, man, he was playing a dangerous game, bro. A dangerous game. Lucky Pan was there, bro. If she wasn't there, Gohan would have called a fade. Oh my god. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. You guys enjoyed this reaction, man. Hit the video up with a like, man. Comment down below and subscribe. Go to 3K. So subscribe. Like my Patreon, Twitch, and the game channel. So got the Alex. Get brother 2 million subscribers. You feel me? Well, yeah. Love y'all. Thanks for watching. And I'll see y'all in Universe 16 on Dragon Ball Super. So yeah, love y'all. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.